Okay, the third question is, what is something surprising or memorable that I learned about my host country? I would say the most surprising thing I learned about my host country was how proud they are of their country, and everything they're just so invested in. I literally just lived through the 2024 elections, and it was really like inspiring to me to see how serious they take their elections, how invested everybody is. Like, people encourage others to vote, and they really consider both sides and like how it will impact their country as in a whole. So I would say that was very surprising, because I just feel like us as South Africans don't necessarily take our elections as serious as we should, or as Americans do. And another thing that was kind of surprising to me is the overconsumption in the US. Like, anything you do in the US is like in overdrive. If you eat, like, the portions are huge. If you buy clothes, you buy a bunch of clothes. It's not just like one thing. Everything is just like over the top, but it's not always a bad thing. I personally I like it. But something I just want to add into this question is, wherever you go in the US, you will never forget where you are. Like, America will always remind you where you are. You can literally turn a corner and you will see an American flag. Like, no matter where you turn, you'll probably see an American flag hanging. It's absolutely astonishing. They take their flag so seriously. The respect for the flag is really something beautiful. But yeah, that's all I wanted to add in. The fourth question is, what are some skills or lessons that I learned through this experience that will stay with me forever? Definitely the view of how I see life now. I think coming into interaction with so many people from so many different places, you know, moving to DC specifically, I got to meet people from all over the world. I actually have more friends from other countries than I have American friends, which is like one of the biggest privileges that I have, because I would never have been able to do that if I didn't live here and work here. But they just my view of life, I would say, is just how much you learn from other countries, how more open-minded you become. I feel like I have become way more fearless and just like pursue anything I want. I feel like you realize when you move abroad, it doesn't have to be America, just how big the world really is and how much you are able to see, and that the world is truly your oyster and you truly get to be who you decide to be. And yeah, you can do anything you set your mind to. So yeah, I think just never limiting myself. There's always a possibility for something bigger, and just keep chasing that goal. Americans are very career minded, and for the most part, or at least for people in Washington DC, and that just inspires me a lot. Sometimes our minds can be very limiting and our circumstances can limit us, but truly, if you set your mind to something, you can do anything. The fifth question is, how did I deal with homesickness, and do I have any tips? I was fortunate enough to not experience too much homesickness. I did experience homesickness a little bit when I went into rematch. It's just kind of like a lonely procedure where you're kind of like unsure. But other than that, I didn't really experience too much homesickness.